Time for rock news on 101.1 WJRR, Orlando's rock station. Let's check in with Lynch and Taco and see which rockers are making the headlines for all the right and wrong reasons. 101.1 WJRR.
All right, rock news brought to you by our Tuesday Ticket Takeover today, happening at 101.1 WJRR's Instagram. In this moment, tickets. If you would like to go to that show, we would urge you to visit our Instagram at some point today and take action.
Yeah, if you're not following us at 101.1 WJRR, and our promotions department picks several people to win today, so hopefully it's you.
Taco Bob, I'm glad you made it back in time for rock news from the Rocket window here on the 4th floor of the Maitland Center.
That's how I do it. I go straight rocket to rock.
Just watching that SpaceX Falcon 9 just take off a few minutes ago.
And he looked at the boss man and I said, it never gets old watching rockets go up.
Great White is making changes following the sudden death of Jack Russell last week. They're changing the name of the band. Obviously, it had been going as Jack Russell's Great White. It will now be known as Once Bitten.
All right.
Moving forward, there will be a tribute show in honor of the late Great White singer coming up on Friday at the Arcada Theater in Illinois. So,
question, who had the name first? Him or the dog? Have you ever thought about that? It just hit me. I'm like, wait, Jack Russell's the dog.
You ask all the hard-hitting questions.
I know. That's why I'm in.
I'm going to assume that breed of dog has probably been around for quite some time.
His parents must really not like him. Anyway, no, seriously, rest in peace.
AC/DC wrapping up their European leg of their Power Up tour at Croke Park in Dublin over the weekend. 85,000 rock fans there.
Lynch was telling me about it earlier. 85,000. Think of the magnitude of that crowd watching you perform.
Unbelievable. So they wrapped the European tour. So the question is, hello, guys, are you going to
coming over here?
Come this way? I was thinking there's some really big rock festivals that are paced or spread out across the year here in the United States. There's one,
Yeah. You think this will be the year for Rockville?
God, I hope so.
I thought it was last year was going to snag him.
Danny Wimmer, hey, dude.
Come on, bud.
You going to get these guys signed on the dotted line or what? That'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That would be sweet. The guys in Metallica want to play into their 80s, like Rolling Stone style.
I could see him doing it.
I just don't know what a geriatric Metallica. I'm thinking that the not that the Stones aren't energetic. God knows Mick Jagger is way more athletic than we'll ever be.
Oh God, yeah.
But there's a little more going on in a Metallica show than a Stones show.
Yeah, you're not just dancing across the stage to jump a Jack Flash or something like that.
The pace is a little bit quicker, the music as well. So
yeah.
I hope we do have Metallica into their 80s. That would be a beautiful thing. Speaking of Metallica, Robert Trujillo and Kirk Hammett showed up as a couple of special guests at that Pantera Club show we told you about last week that happened last week ahead of their opening for Metallica in Minneapolis this past weekend.
Yeah, just that small show.
So they did the club show, which is cool, but here's the hot rumor is it was recorded and that's going to be a live album.
Aha!
From Pantera. So not 100% confirmed yet, but that would be way cool. Small little intimate club show with Pantera.
I'd be down.
So we'll see where that goes. Now, that harkens the next question. What about the current lineup of Pantera? Would they ever consider doing new music? Zakk Wylde, this guy is so correct and careful when he deals with the current incarnation of Pantera and knowing his role. He goes, that is absolutely up to Phil and Rex.
That's the way to do it.
Members of the, Pantera from back in the day. Zak's like, whatever they want to do, I'm good with. So
that's a good answer.
So we'll see where that goes.
Somebody said, I got information, inside information. They definitely are. Now, again, that's not confirmed.
They are what?
AC/DC.
Let's.
I know.
This is just us.
That's alleged.
Wishing out loud that that's going to happen.
Allegedly.
Speaking of large crowds, System of a Down and Deftones came together this past weekend at San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. 50,000 showed up for that. That's only the second show that System has done this year and will be the only other show they've done this year. Of the 50,000 that showed up, the event organizer said 90% of them were not from San Francisco. 90% of the fans
makes sense
were from elsewhere. Drowning Pool. Their first new song was singer Ryan McCombs, who also does Double Time in Soil and has returned to Drowning Pool. They will put out their first new song with Ryan in 13 years. They say it's mixed, mastered, and ready to go, and we should be getting our ears on that very, very soon.
This is after everybody kept asking them, hey guys, what you were talking about last week in rock news.
Exactly. Blink-182 have announced a sequel album to One More Time, Part 2, with 8 new songs coming out. That's going to be in September. I have the date here somewhere. Yeah, September 6th. One More Time, Part 2 will be out. If you can't get enough new Blink-182 material, there's 8 more songs coming your way.
As long as it's not like that One More Time. Every time I hear that, I just go, please don't play this one more time.
I'll let the program director know.
End quote.
I'll let the program director know. And this is pretty humorous. We'll end on this. Sammy Hagar, they're out doing the shows with the Best of All Worlds band, as he calls it, performing mainly Sammy Hagar stuff and doing some Van Halen era material as well. Sammy was asked, hey, with this cool lineup of musicians you got here, they're all pretty good. Would you guys consider doing any new music? And he goes, I guarantee it. He goes, I don't know why we want to do that, dude, because no one buys records anymore. We might sell maybe 50 or 60,000. But, he goes, I need a tax write-off. So why not?
Him and that tequila and all the other business. Wow.
Just, slap together something new, put it out there. And hey, if it flops, so be it. I need the tax write-off. At least he's being honest, right?
Exactly.
All right, there you go. There's your rock news for this week.
We got your